There we go. It's coming at you right now.
Format. Or is it just going to run like this? We can just run it like that. That's fine.
You should have access now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the screen share.
All right. So yeah, I know this is recorded. So this is, as we start, this is our 2023 RIA benefits. So we're just going to review them, and then I think we want to probably stop as we go and just kind of chat about them. But
yeah, we can definitely do that. So whatever you guys have questions on or anything like that. So first off is the Home Depot benefit. Biggest thing here is 20% off interior and exterior paints and primers and stains.
I think we're just seeing your screensaver.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, unless everyone else can see it.
How about now?
Yep, you got it. Perfect.
Okay.
All
I had
right.
to switch back over. My bad.
Yep.
So 20% off interior, exterior paints and primers, and then it's also stains. I don't know why it doesn't say it on there, but I literally went and bought stain yesterday with it and got my 20%. The other thing is the 2% biannual rebate. That's where you got to go to this disclosure down here. So if you are registered as a Pro Extra member with your Pro Extra account, you spend $5,000 each 6 months. So $5,000 in a 6 month period, you'll get 2% on that spending there. I get those gift cards. They come in gift cards. If it's over $1,000, then it's they give you a check. But if it's under $1,000, they give you a gift card. I've only ever gotten a check one time, and that was weird. I will say that. They kind of like their checks are weird. I like the gift cards way better because then I can just go buy stuff and I don't have to really worry about it. Any questions there?
So did the Home Depot one improve?
Can't quite hear you, Austin.
Oh, there we go. You there, Austin?
I checked.
Okay. I don't think it did improve. The question was, did the Home Depot benefit improve from last year? I don't think it improved. I do think that they did add in, like on the appliances, they can give better package dealings on those, but you have to go to the Pro Desk to be able to do that. And then you have to make sure that with your Pro Extra that's set up, that you do have the NREIA code in there to be able to get those benefits. So yeah, good question.
Yeah,
I know that they're becoming more competitive on appliances. Chris and I actually talked with Brian Aguirre at Home Depot corporate not too long ago, and that was kind of one of our things was, with like Metro and Mid South around here. I mean, those are kind of our go-tos as far as appliance buying goes, and I mean they really don't even. Home Depot doesn't compete with that, but from what we've been told is they're going to get actually more competitive with that, and then obviously with getting more competitive on their pricing, then you'd be able to utilize that in the rebates. So then you could get an extra 2% on that with buying appliances through them. So I'm definitely interested to see where that goes. Currently, like I said, I won't be buying any appliances through Home Depot, but that's my personal choice. Chris, you want to take Rent Perfect?
Yeah, so we haven't done a whole lot. I believe when we initially came on with the National Radio, we talked to Rent Perfect, but I'll run through this. It offers the most accurate and thorough credit and background screening service available. they make being a landlord simple by making the application and screening process easy as pie. So, like I said, I don't know of anyone right now that's done a lot with them. I know that, we get the discounted the setup fee and all that. And I believe they do a lot of newsletters for us, or I shouldn't say newsletters. They do some podcasting, and the podcasts are related to landlording and just being a landlord overall. So like tenant screening, staying up with local laws and things like that. They actually do quite a bit to give back to the investor and landlord community. I haven't personally used them. I don't know. Is anybody here went through much with Rent Perfect? I know that right now we're using a different company, but has anybody here actually done anything with Rent Perfect? Okay.
The software
definitely.
that yeah,
Yep.
it does this already.
Yeah, right. But good group of people. Very. It kind of started as a small business, and it's grown, and they're really passionate about entrepreneurship and all that. So, looking forward to having them on again. And this is another one. We like I said, we got a lot of benefits that I personally haven't tapped into. This is another insurance company that focuses on investor programs, renters, content, and tenant liability, which is a huge thing in insurance and in being a landlord, understanding tenant liability versus the responsibility of owning and being that landlord. And then flood insurance, which in our areas we get a little bit into that in the Osho, some of the areas, but most of us don't have to worry about flood insurance overall. Probably should, but I mean, a lot of people just don't. And then builder's risk, which is another. You start to build a house, call us, because there's a lot to it besides just buying a policy. So they cover a lot of things. I haven't had a lot of dealings with them, but I think that they're really investor friendly from that aspect. So I would encourage you to call them.
Equity Trust, I definitely will be giving them a call very, very soon. Chris, I think you're doing some stuff with them, aren't you?
Yeah. So yeah. In the last month. Yeah. So their platform's very user friendly. They're very hands on. They coached not only myself but my title company through the process, because the title company wasn't used to these kind of transactions in general. So they did a top notch job from start to finish on the transaction, helping me through it. And they've actually traveled to the RIA in Joplin, and Kent Kinzer did a presentation on it. So I think not only from us, if we have an IRA ourselves, but also there's a great way here to plug in with other potential investors that have IRAs, and then utilize their funds to maybe fund your deal. So you can buy a deal with your self-directed, or you can help fund deals with an IRA. So there's a lot there that you can you can do with a self-directed.
There was another investor that I got them hooked on this with their IRA, and they actually just ended up doing a note with me, and I just literally it was pretty much like they sent the money right over. It was a wire, like you had to fill out some paperwork on it. I think in total it took like 45 days, and they had the money wired into the account on exactly our terms and everything like that. So I was able to buy a property, rehab it, everything on it, and then the terms on that with me was to basically just hold the money and just keep on giving the money back to them. So
there's some stuff with non-recourse. My deal was a seller finance, so it fit the non-recourse requirements, or we made it fit the non-recourse requirements. But there's some stuff with being non-recourse versus, I learned that really quick, right? Like 2 days before close. But we were able to change the contract and get it to work. But so there are some things to look out for, but they're a great team to coach you through that. So to remove those surprises. So
yeah, I definitely highly recommend this.
Yeah.
What is this? What does the gold level service membership mean? What do some of these benefits mean?
Yeah, and at my screen, I'm
gonna be honest with you, Jill. From my perspective, I really don't know what that much of that means, because the service that they provided just seeing it from the other side, I was like, holy crap, I need to get some self-directed IRA set up and then just start funneling the money back to myself. Cause I mean, they made, like Chris was saying, I mean, just the communication level and how easy they made the process and the transition there. And then, you know, with their customer service, actually explaining the process was huge for me and that transaction. And then it sounds like Chris got the same in it. But I'm going to be honest with you, Chris, you know anything about like the two wealth building workshop tickets and all, like that's probably stuff that I would have to tap into, to be honest with you.
Yeah, some of that I would. I mean, because they do a lot of workshops, they do a lot of training videos, specialty workshops, and we try to share a few of those here and there, but we probably need to share more of them. They have a lot of those.
Yeah, they have like
of course,
the free wire transfer.
Yeah.
That was what they did with me, and so the individual that had their setup, there was no fees for a wire transfer on my end or their end or anything like that. So I mean, I know my bank charges me $25 anytime I want to wire something. So
the other thing with them is they actually, the requirement for my deal was we had to meet on a Saturday. And so they actually, they linked me up with a consultant to meet with me midday on a Saturday. That may not sound like a big deal, but in this world, I mean, I know my broker isn't in his office on a Saturday, but they made sure to make special requirements to meet me and the accountant on a Saturday to get everything rolling. So it was pretty cool. It was a good experience.
I'm almost wondering if that gold level service is just how awesome they were. I mean, just like what Chris said, just you're going to get the best of them. I would like to think that the dealings I've had with them, that you're going to get the best all the way around, no matter you're a RIA member or not. But I think that's probably what they're talking about in that, and kind of that service.
Yeah. And then a normal account in general is like $425 to $450 a year. If that gives you a kind of a, you're seeing that self-directed IRA was at $99. I'm trying to read to my screen, but in general,
self-directed is $99.
Yeah, in general, an account's about $400, $450 a year. So
yeah. Any other questions on that? Perfect. We'll just talk briefly about this. If you need to rent a car, we got some hookups.
And there's the code, isn't it? Yeah.
Where's
the code at? Yeah,
right here, Avis or budget. There's some codes. I mean, we don't need to spend much time on that, right?
No.
Yeah, build a sign. Obviously, if you want some signs, you can use build a sign. 20% off, up to 20% off.
Yep, that'll be online.
I've used it. I mean, yeah, pretty simple. You want a sign? Get a hold of build a sign. They got some discounts. Chris, you know this one much. I was looking over this one earlier and I was like, I don't even know what this one is.
Yeah. And Katie was looking at these the other day.
Katie, you know what this one is?
Yeah, I don't know if she was looking at Call Fire, but she was sharing some stuff with me on a it's kind of like a
anybody need a communication platform? That's what I just read. Communication platform for voice.
So here's what we have to do. We have to get these folks on, like, to truly understand this benefit. So
Jill, you have something?
I think we use something kind of that is similar to this with our school emergency thing. So I think it's just a way to like send an emergency message out to a large number of people, but I don't know. I haven't read this.
It's broadcasts. So
it sends like group messages without sending like group texts through your phone so that everybody has everyone's phone number,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like it.
So if you have to send like multiple messages, like if I were to text Levi and Chris, it goes to both of them. So each one of them has that contact, but it prevents that from happening, as well as giving you another way to not give your phone number out to everybody.
Maybe that's what I need to start doing with people to get a hold of me, that I don't want them to have my number, but somehow they have my number because that's how they got a hold of me.
Yep.
Moving on.
Levi, I'll quit texting you.
Gosh, Dustin, you annoy the hell out of me.
It's all the time. Like 3 a.m. He's thinking about something. Yeah.
I've gotten text at 2 a.m. from Dustin. It wasn't pretty.
Well, if that happened, then I don't remember, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was a pocket text.
Sorry.
I'm just messing with you. I think he called me sexy one time, and I was a little thrown off.
Yeah.
That did happen. So
Okay,
moving
okay.
on.
I wasn't dreaming that one. Maybe the 2 a.m. one I was dreaming. Constant contact. I mean, yeah, there's some benefits out there with some discounts with those guys if
Let's
you guys want to go that route.
email. Like there, I mean, you can build out a lot of contact lists and email campaigns. It actually is really cool. So constant contacts, we've used it a lot, especially for insurance. But yeah, build out some good lead campaigns. Not only that, it kind of does what JotForm does. If you know, landing pages and things like that, there's a lot you can build out and automate out of constant contacts. So
Foreclosure.com. Anybody use this? Anybody use foreclosure.com? I've been on there a few times.
Brian, have you? Yeah.
I've never used a membership.
No, I haven't used this, Chris.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder. I'd like to know how it works. I guess I should jump in and try it.
I looked at it earlier. You sign up for an account and then it gives you a discount for the account membership.
With money, it's loaded with money rich opportunity. Guys, why aren't we jumping on this? Loaded with money rich opportunities.
There were a lot of properties listed for Carthage, Webb City, and Joplin area when I looked. So
Everybody loves good foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer time. Should we cue up the song?
Yeah.
no one appreciates you.
I don't even know what this does. Obviously, there's something to integrate with QuickBooks.
Yeah, so and automates the data import process from the Home Depot right into QuickBooks. Yeah, so it's like that. It's a go-between.
Yeah, communicator, talk to each
Yeah,
other.
I have. Yeah, I use QuickBooks, but I haven't incorporated HammerGen.
Yeah, Chris, I think this would be a good one for you.
Thanks. Yeah.
We're gonna speak the truth on here, right?
Right.
I was looking at this one earlier and I was like, I don't even know what this is. It's on there, guys. I'm just kidding. So looks like see the special price package of 100 searches for only $50 per month. Helps real estate investors locate their next investment. Call a real estate agent. Call Jill. She's got deals waiting. Jill, you got any deals you wanna sling on the Zoom today?
Certainly not any as interesting as my last couple have been.
Oh my goodness.
I hear there are more dogs at the Jasper meth.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Oh my goodness. Chris, I almost feel like you need to go look at that place just to be able to thank yourself for not looking at that place.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometime I'm through there.
Hey, you can insure meth houses, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we're
Yes,
good.
it's a specialty. Yeah. I don't have a clue, but I think I can.
We're not going to tell the underwriter that it had meth in it. Be like, it was gutted. What are you talking about?
The method of it being credit isn't important.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Lifestyle health plans. I would definitely say that if you're looking for a health plan, I've got a guy in Springfield for you. But if you would like to contact them,
And the Bob guy is very responsive. I've chatted with him a little bit, and good guy, like, and very responsive. And if it's something you're looking into, I think there's some value there for sure.
I have been told that this is actually a good platform if you
Mhm.
do get quite a few people.
Yeah. Yep. That was the thing. It was, your employee headcount. I was at that point in time, they wanted 2 full-time and 1 entity. So yeah. But yeah, I think it's definitely some value there if you've got several employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. It's founded in 1990. Thing's old as crap.
I've not worked with them.
I haven't either. I've heard about him. I haven't had any dealings with him or anything like that.
I'd be interested in seeing what that one does, just see what that pulls up. That would be another one
Mhm.
I'd like to compare to what we have access to in RPR.
That's what I was going to say. I think that this one would be a good comparable to RPR kind of real estate data type thing.
Yeah.
Boom.
Levi, you need some of this
Yeah. I'd say you ought to
for
probably
your
give this a try.
trailer.
Yeah, I need to go on there, and we might actually just go start searching and order some of this now.
I want to have them on. I really do.
I'm a big fan of the financial independence.
Dustin, do you want to reach out to them and see if they'll come on?
Dude, this company,
Yeah. As a guest speaker.
where are they from? Where are they from?
We don't know. Maybe when Levi scrolls down. I just
Yeah.
haven't really looked at this.
Yeah, sorry, I
benefit
just saw that Austin threw a question in there. I apologize, Austin. That I'm just now seeing your question. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But Austin said, I'm a big fan of financial independence, retire early pathway. Do you guys as entrepreneurs, etc., know of how to address health insurance, etc., as someone who doesn't want to keep a W-2 job? So I know for
Chris?
myself that there's a guy I got connected with in Springfield that I pay about a third of what my parents pay having a kid and owning a business. So if you'd like that contact information, I could definitely send that over. Chris, you got anything to that?
No, I mean, we have to be, I have to be licensed in health because I have life and health, but we don't do health insurance at all. Like, I use someone out of Joplin right now, but I'm probably going to be searching pretty soon for something a little more affordable. So yeah, and I think that there's some stuff. I know Brooke and Brian, I think are they on here now? They shared a link with me on some affordable healthcare options too that we could link up maybe sometime later after this. I can share some stuff, but yeah, it is definitely a challenge when you go from that W-2 role to your own business. I know that it costs a substantial amount to keep healthcare. Working for 3M for years, I took that for granted. I had every healthcare option I could, and now I don't. So I pay a lot more for it. So Levi's contact is probably a good one. I know I use a group out of Joplin that I could link you up with.
I just threw his name and
Did you?
phone number
Okay.
up in
Perfect.
the chat, guys. If you want to go grab that. So it obviously there's me, Abby, and then our daughter. And I think we pay, it's like $45 a month right now.
Yeah.
Wow. So Levi, can you tell what does that include? Just medical only or dental, vision, life insurance?
So that does not include vision or dental. I have a dentist in town that honestly, what the dental rate would be, you can do like a payment program with him, and you get 2 cleanings with that. And then if you have to have any dental work, you get like it's 20 or 25% off the actual full price, like their full price, not what they actually bill the insurance, because what they bill the insurance is actually more than what their price sheet is. So it's actually cheaper if I need to do anything to not even pay for the dental insurance and then just basically be out of pocket on anything like that. Like I think I really didn't take care of my teeth as a kid. Like shame on me, right? So I had like $5,000 in dental work that I needed to get done. And so I mean, if you can at like 25% off of that, but then I'm basing that out over kind of a time period there. So I'm it. If you look at that as a basis of I have $5,000 worth of stuff, I mean, it was still cheaper to go do just pay that out of pocket than it was to carry the insurance at that point. And then on vision stuff, like what does Jeremy charge? Gosh, I think it was like $150 is I think what I just
If
paid
that, yeah.
to have my vision test done, and then that came with 2 boxes of contacts, and then I think the glasses that I can order through them were only like another $100. So I mean, I'll probably buy 2 more boxes of contacts, so I'll spend another $150 between 2 more boxes of contacts and glasses this year, and I'll be set for the entire year. So about $300 is what I'll be at on those. But then I mean, my eyes aren't changing, so as far as that goes, then it's not that big of a deal. Because I mean, like the vision insurance that he was quoting me out was going to be, it was close to $400 a year. I think was what the vision insurance was going to be. So at that point, it's like, well, you're not even covering everything at $400, and I could be less than $400 completely out of pocket. So, but as far as like the health insurance goes, Abby, I wish she was here, would be able to give way more insight on that. But I mean, it's pretty dang good. Like we don't pay for any prescriptions. We don't do any normal visit copays at our doctor. If we go to the ER, I think it's a $25 copay at the ER. If we have to see a specialist, it's like $50 copay. And then past that, I mean, when she gave birth, I mean, like our bill on it was only, I think like $8,000 or $9,000 is all that we had to pay on a childbirth. The insurance picked up the rest. So I feel like it's pretty dang good health insurance for what you're paying. I mean, I know some people that have worse insurance than what we do, and they pay $300-$400 a month. But
mine's $657 a month.
Yeah, I mean, the only stipulation with his product is you have to be self-employed, which I think pretty well all of us are or looking to be. So, I know definitely to fully answer Austin's question on that, that's a big thing. Austin did ask a couple other questions here. I'm going to try and get back to real quick. That's one of the biggest hurdles I anticipate is trying to cash flow out of my W-2, especially since I have existing conditions. Thank you for the hookup. I won't need it so much, but it will be certainly something to look into. Amazing rates have anything to do with your health and age, etc., or is that just a constant payment per individual? Yeah, Austin, I'm not 100% certain on, it does that rate have to do? I'm sure it has to do with health, age, stuff like that. I'm sure. As far as that goes, I mean, on like my medical history, I do have some neurological stuff on it that kind of dings me a little bit. So with that, I mean, I know I got referred to him by another individual that owns a automotive shop in Springfield, and him and his wife have never paid more than $75 a month. And I mean, they have the whole freaking works. Now, granted, they're well off into their 50s now, so I mean, you know, they've kind of had some rate increases and stuff like that going up. Obviously, the older you get, you got to pay a little bit more. So, you know, kind of to that age situation. I mean, that's always been my understanding with health insurance is the older you get, the little bit more expensive it is, just because you are prone to more diseases and issues and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, when I'm talking $45, I mean, like I said, that's me, my wife, and my daughter in coverage. So, he's been huge when it comes to that. Any other questions on that?
Yeah, one last one, Levi. What's your deductible?
Who would ask me this?
Or I didn't know if there was a deductible, or it's like, oh no, we just, you know, it's like a straight, you know, like a copay type thing, and then it's a high copay.
Let me see if I can find it real quick, Dustin. I probably have an email on it.
All right, that's fine. I didn't mean to hold the call up. I was kind of just curious, since that's, you know, that sounds like an outstanding deal. I'm still obviously W-2 and will be for a little while, but you know, I'm 41 now, and I have by 55, I'm going to be retired from Walmart, and I've always been kind of worried because I've never looked into it. Like, what is it like having private insurance? And I just knew people, you know, like, you know, you just hear certain people, oh, it's like $1,200 a month per person, you know, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, that could really add up. So
Yeah.
I'm looking in some email stuff here. I got, let's see, this might be it. No. Come on. So yeah, like like here was the two that I got quote. So so one was $29. That included this for my situation, a $757 tax credit. The deductible was $100 individual, $300 family. Out of pocket maximum was $1,000 individual, $2,000 family. Emergency room care was 10%. Generic drugs were $10. Primary doctor was $5. Specialty doctor was $40. Or my other option was $45, $757 tax credit, $0 deductible on both individual family. Out of pocket maximum $1,150 individual, $2,300 family. Emergency room care is 25%. Generic drugs, primary doctor, no charge. Specialty doctor, $5.
wow, that all sounds really good. Those are, I mean, especially your out-of-pocket maximums for individual and family, that's pretty low.
So yeah, that's our coverage for this year. And then we can use any with that one. We went with a little bit higher one too, because we could, with the other one, with the $29 one, we were only able to go to Mercy. With the $45 one, we were able to go to any hospital. So that was a big situation for us, as much traveling and stuff as we look to do and continue to look to do. If we're out of town and something came up, then we want to be able to have the flexibility that we're going to have coverage in anywhere we go. So, and it's only $45. I mean, it's stupid. Like when I heard those, I was like, you're full of shit. Like I was like, this is a scam. You're taking my money. Like I don't actually have health insurance. Like this is a scam. I seriously thought that. And like I said, it was somebody that I knew very well that recommended me to him. And I mean, they have had this guy for like 10 years and had spoke highly of him, and I would definitely speak very highly of him. I do know some of that does have to do with, especially like the tax credits and stuff like that. It is income based. So obviously as a business owner, you want to show as much income as possible to keep growing, but as little income as possible for situations like that. So definitely keep that in mind. I think that we showed that we made like $36,000 to be able to get that rate. So 30, or maybe it's 32, but anyway, like somewhere right around there was what we showed to do that. So can we move on from
ODRX.
this one?
Yeah, I think we spent some time there on that one.
Yeah,
Brought up some good discussion. So
yeah, I think I definitely need to go get my 25% off there.
Maybe they
Yeah,
would use
so-
you. Maybe they'd use you as like a test case and film commercials or something from.
That would actually be awesome if we could get them to come in and
Absolutely.
on that
From the-
property be able to.
Let's
From
get
the
'em- let's get-
meth trailer that has had dogs in it for.
We'll bring
4
'em out.
months.
Let's
we'll
do
bring
it.
them out.
ODP Business Solutions, Office Max, Office Depot. I've worked with these guys. They set you up with an overall business consultant. It's pretty awesome. The discounts that you get there is pretty nice. I do know that there is sometimes that the store coupons that they come out with sometimes get pretty close to these, but this is everyday pricing. So I mean, if you don't want to wait around and you really need to move on some office supply stuff, I definitely highly recommend getting set up with one of these. It's literally free to set up with the RIA, and then you immediately get all these benefits with it. So I know that.
How do you set that one up?
So this one, I'm trying to remember. I think I just literally scanned. I went to either this website or I scanned this QR code, and it kind of prompted me. I'll
Right.
scroll
I think
down.
you can do it. Yeah. I mean, you just register for account now, right? Like, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I mean, like on the free delivery, like that was super nice because when I was transitioning offices and I needed, more desks, more chairs, stuff like that. I mean, their free delivery, it wasn't like you can go on there and obviously if you spend more than like $99 or $199, they'll have promotional stuff. You get free delivery, but the free delivery on that is like snail mail. This, when they say free delivery, I seriously think that they had it in my loading dock like 2 days later after I ordered it. So I mean, it was actually pretty quick free shipping. So that was kind of nice. I mean, at the time I didn't need that express, but I mean it was definitely nice to know that if I did need something pretty quick, they were pretty quick with it. So highly recommend having an account with those guys. And I mean, even if you don't use it all that often, like I said, it's free. So it's not like you're just paying for it to sit there. Any other questions?
Yeah. And they have an invoice system where you don't have to pay at the counter. I'm walking through it now. So they'll
Yeah,
invoice you later. Yeah. You can set up an account. Yep.
perfect.
This is our latest.
Yeah, partnership. This is brand new, if I'm not mistaken, Chris, to
Yes.
2023's benefits. So I haven't even dove into this yet, but I know that it's a service with FedEx.
But to be honest, I don't ship much. I buy and I have it shipped to me, but I don't ship anything out really. So, but I think this would be a huge benefit, as you can see it outlined there, for our members that do. So,
Yeah, because if I remember right, this is actually like if you're trying to do like a mail out package or something like that. Obviously, if you're using a title company, a lot of times they'll do the mail out packages for you and stuff. But if you get into a situation where you even got to do like mail outs on envelopes and stuff like that, that's big package documents. Like these discounts will even go into that. So I mean, that was more what I was excited about, because I'm with you, like I don't really ship out like boxes or anything like that. But when it comes down to like, envelope packages and stuff like that, I mean, they're still giving you a 25% discount on that. So
Yeah.
I mean, money's money. It's a free benefit of being a part of the RIA. So so definitely look forward to that one. Podio. Chris, you use Podio?
No, I don't, but there's a lot
used
you
to,
can do with it. I've played around with it. I've, in different mentor groups or whatever, this is a huge CRM because you can customize it to what you're doing. Yeah, so this is a great benefit. I probably should use it more on we use Salesforce on the insurance side, but I think this would be great for the insurance or the real estate side.
I was going to say, when I was first into real estate, I used Podio, and then kind of built out a couple other systems past that. And then when I went into the investing side, the CRM that I bought into on that is kind of got a Podio side to it. So, but I mean, if you're doing a lot of like self-managing your stuff like that, or if you're using like a free program like Inago or something, Podio would definitely be a good add-on to that.
Yeah.
Privy.
Pretty cool.
Privy actually is pretty cool. Chris, you probably used it more than I have, so you want to talk about that one?
So it's trying to identify deals on the MLS. Like, everybody says, well, is it off market or on market? This is helping you identify deals on market that are below a certain set point. So if you're looking at buying a property at 65% ARV, then Privy is going to go in and help you identify those on market deals that are investor deals. And so I know that they're doing a lot to I know like integrating into the smaller markets where we are was a challenge, but they're doing a lot more to grow into our Joplin and markets like that, to where they have accurate data. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like for just that, like looking for properties that are potentially a deal that are on market, identifying those and then getting those to you in like a report form, or however you set Privy up, so that you're working those deals that are way below way below their ARV.
Facebook page. Able to access. I'm sure we can. Any other questions there? Love it. More insurance.
Yeah.
Job loss and disability protection. That's the biggest thing that I've gotten from them on their stuff. So if you're worried about job loss or disability, they're your people to go to.
There you go. Anybody I hear good things about RIA Pro. I haven't really used it personally with other platforms like Privy and PropStream, but I hear a lot of good things. I see a lot of activity on their podcasting and YouTube channels and things like that. Support for investors. Just haven't personally used it.
I was going to say, I know that most of the platforms that I see that are using this are kind of more newer investors that are looking to have a good system to kind of get started on, to be able to have that platform. So yeah, I mean, if you're kind of a newer investor looking for some tools, a software tool, literally, I would definitely consider this one. I can't speak on actual recommendation. I haven't used this, but I definitely am with Chris and have heard good things about it. So it's worth checking out.
Definitely.
Boom. Stay informed.
Yeah. So we get emails and things. If you're plugged into the actual National RIA website and the page, you get a weekly email. We try to share some of that stuff, but I think quarterly that newspaper or that paper comes out. But we got lots of support, like, lobbyists and things in DC working for us. And if you really dive into the National RIA website and page, there's a lot that you can plug into if you really want to. They do a lot to support the investor. So, any questions? Anybody have some good success with some of those partners that you'd like to share? I know some of them, resonate with us, and maybe some of them, resonate with someone else a little bit more, like RIA Pro. I hear good things about it, but I haven't personally used it. So I'd love to hear good stories about some of those companies. And would you guys like to see someone come on and do some Zooms with us?
Yeah, I know that that the Equity Trust, I think, would be a good one to have come on with us. Those guys have always been, like I said earlier, great to communicate with, and I think that that's definitely something that we could highlight on for sure.
I know they weren't on our list, but I was going to ask real quick, does anybody on here use PropStream?
Chris?
Yes.
You use PropStream?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You
Yeah.
think
I
it's
have
worth,
in the past.
and Chris, you feel like it's worth the money?
Yeah.
It's like $100
Yeah, I
bucks
mean,
a month, I think.
Yeah, and you can add scouts to it. So like I can add people that you can add partners to it to drive. So like you can expand it to include partners or business contacts or whatever, so that you can work together. So like if
Okay,
you're
so you
driving
can,
for
like,
dollars,
Okay, driving. I was going to ask for, you can like have people driving, and then can't they have like like you were kind of describing, an extra little sign on, but with not full access, where they can see what
Yes.
you're seeing and put them out? Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
you can. I build out lists, marketing list. You can send postcards right out of it. So there's things it'll do that of course, skip tracing, 12 cents a lead, I believe it is. Email, phone
Dustin-
numbers, things like that.
Okay.
Dustin, I'll
Yep.
definitely say that if I didn't have my license as an agent, I'd be using PropStream. That'd be my source. But obviously, being a licensed agent, the tools that we have, I mean, there's no sense in me paying for it. But if I didn't have all that, if I gave up my license, absolutely, that would be my platform I'm paying for.
And Dustin,
Gotcha.
when I go drive for dollars, I start a drive, and then so I start dropping all those as addresses into a file. So when I get home, I extract that and can skip trace and start dialing.
What does
So
the input look like for your address? You got to like pull over real quick and just list the address, or can you speak it, or what?
you just like it, you heart it, and you keep rolling. So
Oh, okay.
you can go.
It's
go
on
through
the
a
map.
town.
Like it
Uh-huh.
pulls up the
You're
map
just
and it
clicking.
pulls up the property.
Boom, boom, boom. So as I drive by, it's just I identify what I'm interested in, and then it goes into that folder, and I name that drive like February 2023 or whatever, So
Okay,
Yep.
that's really cool. I like that because I love driving for dollars. It's probably my favorite way to go identify. So
yeah. And they do a lot of training. They're doing a lot of student training now too. So a lot of videos and stuff to help train you as an investor.
Perfect. And guys, we're
All right.
right at the clock. So anything else before we jump off?
No, thanks. Oh, next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Don Pendleton is flying in to talk to us about asset protection and basically protecting what we're doing. So
The dawn is coming. Look really forward to it. I do.
yeah.
Look really forward to it. That was terrible. Anyways, definitely look forward to him coming. I'm very excited to have him come in. I really am.
All
Okay,
right,
guys. It was a good
Have
one.
a great week. Yeah. You all have a great week.
As well.
Thank
We'll
you
see you guys.
guys. Guys have a good one.
See ya.